Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happenings Today YouTube channel. Finally, the Chicago State issue may be laid to rest today. There will be a court hearing to that effect in one of the United States courts, and Bola Tinubu is in the center of this all. Of course, the lawyer of Bola Tinubu, ably represented, is going to file, or rather, will be in court by noon today, United States time, to ensure that. According to him, there's a SandBagging going on right now, and the Tinubu's lawyer also, though they are also heading to Supreme Court in Nigeria, but they are trying to prove a point, and you're going to find out the point they're trying to prove, and they are ready, honestly, and they are insisting that the CSU, that's Chicago State University, must bring out those documents that Bola Tinubu used to get admission into the university, as there are contradictory certificates going on. This is already in the domain. We're going to find out exactly what they're making demands on as the court hearing will begin today in the state. But before we go into the newspaper, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Besides, if you set by notification icon, please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. The President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has urged a federal judge in the United States to ignore records suggesting the person admitted into the Chicago State University in the 1970s was a female. Okay, now, in a September 11 filing before Judge Geoffrey Gilbert of the United States District Court of the Northern District of Illinois, Tinubu said his Nigerian political rival Atiku Abubakar was trying to sandbag him in the ongoing case over academic documents. Now, one of Tinubu's lawyers in the case, that's Christopher Carmichael, entered the argument on the Nigerian president's behalf. Now, it is established beyond peradventure that it is improper to sandbag one's opponent by raising new matter in reply, Tinubu said. Now, ahead of today's hearing, it's going to be a hearing today, Justice Gilbert had recommended that all parties appear before the court on Tuesday afternoon, amid strong indications a ruling was imminent in the matter. Now, according to Tinubu's lawyers, controversies in the Southwest College records generated around Tinubu's identity was a conspiracy theory and not the fault of the Nigerian leader. Now, the quoted and referenced portion of the Nigerian court filing parrots conspiracy theories about President Tinubu, including that the degree from Chicago State University really belongs to a female named Bola Tinubu. Tinubu's lawyer said that conspiracy theory is not an accepted basis for discovery. But the People's Gazette reports that Atiku's lawyer, led by Angela Leo, quickly filed a response to let the judge know that the argument Tinubu's lawyers were making should be ignored and the hearing should be allowed to proceed as scheduled. Now, although Atiku Abubakar disputes the assertion made by Tinubu in his motion for leave and accompanying sole response, Abubakar consents to Tinubu's submission of the sole response and its accompanying exhibit DKT 27-1-1 on the assumption that the court will allow his counsel to respond to the argument and assertions made therein at the hearing before the court scheduled for September 12, 2023, the lawyer said. Now, recall that Atiku is asking the United States of American court to grant enough subpoenas to compel records and deposition from Chicago State University amid controversy about Tinubu's admission and graduation. Now, the school has continued to present contradictory documents that often throw up more questions than previously conceived. Now, for instance, at least 2 certificates issued by the school in Tinubu's name are in the public domain. One was given directly to Tinubu, while the other was given to a Nigerian lawyer who obtained a subpoena for the records last year. Now, the one given to Tinubu said he graduated on June 22, 1979, having been admitted in 1977. while the one issued to the Nigerian lawyer Mike Anahoro Eba carried June 27, 1979. Now, still additional records of admission submitted by Chicago State University under 2022 subpoena showed that a certain Bola Tinubu, who was admitted to Chicago State University also in the same 1977, presented a Southwest College result belonging to a female. Furthermore, Eleanor Daniel, the Chicago State University president, who purportedly signed the 2022 certificate for Tinubu, only joined the school in 1998, or 19 years after Tinubu was said to have graduated. She left in 2008, following a financial mismanagement scandal, or 14 years before she purportedly signed the certificate as the school current president. Whoa, too many drama going on, which means while this is happening in Nigeria, the atiku-led team and the Peter Obi-led team will be heading to Supreme Court. Atiku Abubakar is also looking at dragging him. And I guess he's trying to prove 2 points here. That Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that based on what he's writing, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a female that graduated in Chicago State University, and the document that Bola Ahmed Tinubu used to enter CSU, that's Chicago State University, carried a female name from Southwest College in Nigeria. While Bola Ahmed Tinubu is saying that, look, they should just ignore this is just SandBagging, okay, and just maybe there could be a typo error. Okay, want to believe it's a typo error, but that person or that clerk who did that typo error from admission to graduation, even to certificate issuing, needs to be examined. Honestly, you see a full-blooded male is full-blooded male is never in doubt that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a male, and you go and put female there. Why? And that's that so-called quote-unquote mistake. It's what is now haunting Bola Ahmed Tinubu now, based on what Atiku Abubakar is trying to establish. Now, that Southwest College, that was used to gain admission into the University of Chicago State University, that particular college was not written in the EC8 form of INEC EC8 form that Bola Ahmed Tinubu used, the present president used to get INEC verification or acceptance. Usually your academic records, you say your highest and your lowest. Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not even bother to write for his primary, secondary, just went straight to university, and it was admitted. I think the minimum is actually a school sat. Yeah. For some places, even just primary school leaving certificate is okay. And one last, when you want to get a job, the minimum is BSc or at least HND. But those who will rule us, it is actually school sat as a first school leaving certificate. I think we need to improve on our what we need, or our minimum qualification. If ordinary jobs that does not require you ruling the whole country go very high in academic records, I think we should do even much better when it comes to rulership and leadership in the country. I guess let's go wrap it up. So keep it there with us as the fireworks begin in the courtroom in the United States, of course. Today they're going to they will give us the verdict eventually, hopefully. Let's go wrap it up. Let's meet in that conversation also take.